My next guest, he's got an opponent. He's going to be taking on Fred Freeman coming up here, Synergy FC 21 this Saturday. Always great chatting with my next guest is Mohammed Zwolak here on the program. Mo, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, brother. How you doing?
Doing great as well. I'm glad to see you're still on this card because I know when we had talked, I'd reach out for the interview. I know your opponent was out. How much notice did you get with this new opponent here, Fred Freeman?
I got the call on Saturday about Fred. That's when I received it, and I was like, "Let's go."
Yeah, didn't matter. I know you'll fight anyone. Doesn't make a difference. Worried at all you wouldn't be on the card, or were you pretty confident Synergy was going to step up and get it done with an opponent?
I will admit, after I want to say like on Friday, I was like, "There's no way I'm getting on the card." I thought that it's gonna be tough to find somebody on like a couple days notice. I've definitely been the type to step up on a couple days notice, but I just know how difficult it is to find a fight on a couple days notice.
Yeah, I got the heads up from Spectation. Also, you got to watch this card on Spectation, by the way, if you guys are going to be watching this one at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the heads up, and I was like, oh, good, you got an opponent, because I know you've been wanting to fight here. Has it been much of an adjustment from your previous opponent to this one? How's that been going into the fight?
We were preparing for like a really strong grappler for the first opponent. So there was a lot of like working anti-grappling and submission offense and things like that. Fred's an explosive striker. He's quick. He's fast on his feet, but he definitely lacks in the grappling department. My job is just to kind of MMA him in this fight. So.
Yeah, and a veteran too. 16 fights overall in his career. You must like having that too. I know you're still building up the resume here, but fighting guys that have that experience, it's always got to be good on the resume, right?
Oh yeah, all the time. It does a lot. You learn a lot from those guys. Those guys have been around the block. They've seen things that maybe I haven't seen yet. It does a lot for me,
Yeah.
especially for my career.
Yeah, and that's what promoters look at too. They want to see the strength of schedule. Let's talk about camp a bit. Who'd you get to work with this time around? Who helped you get ready for this fight?
Same old.
Yeah.
Gage Young, obviously. The first one. He's my boy. He always helps me out during my camps. I've worked with Zach Cummings and Jason High. My boy Ethan Huffman. He's been helping me out a lot throughout the camp. Brody Axichin. He's another phenomenal amateur that's climbing up the regional scene too. Just a lot of good bodies, man. A lot of good coaches, a lot of good minds. I'm always surrounded by great people because if you're surrounded by great people, what does that make you?
Yeah, it takes an army, as they say, right? And I mean, just the veteran experience you have in that gym's great. And some of those names you were rattling off, I'll be keeping tabs on them because you know how many good fighters are coming into your gym, right? Like with the work that Zach and Jason have been doing, it's been awesome and a nice luxury living where you guys live. Weight cut's good. I imagine, again, you kind of got some notice for this fight, right? Even prior to the opponent switch up.
Yeah. The weight cut's going great. There's no real stress or anything about my weight cut. Like I've said this time and time again, dude. I fought at 170. I fought at 55. I fought at 145. It doesn't really matter the weight class. Like I'm here for all of it.
Yeah.
I would fight at 185 if my coaches let me. So
that would be interesting.
Yeah.
No, not anytime soon there. I imagine Zach and Jason are going to be in your corner. Who's going to be in the cage with you for this fight?
Probably Zach and Jason High. But yeah. Just them.
I mean, listen, it's working. You might as well keep it going, right? Don't want to switch anything up if it's not going down. I know you feel confident. I know you feel like you're going to get your hand raised, but how does this fight play out on Saturday? How do you see it unfolding?
I feel like it's gonna be a slow burn. Just kind of working my either grappling or just range control at the distance. Just trying to look out for the big one power hitter quitters. He's explosive, like I said before, but he starts to wilt as the clock runs down. So my job is to make sure that I'm still there throughout the entirety of the fight, which I will be. But yeah.
Yeah, and I know you got to handle business on Saturday, and I asked you this last time, but I mean, just looking at your record and the run you've been on lately, is it one of those things after this fight, just stay ready? Because there could be a lot of opportunities, whether it's, obviously UFC, but we also have, contender series going on right now. There could be an injury there.
Yeah.
Like, is that kind of the mentality? Just stay ready, keep the weight down, all that?
Man, to be honest, to be honest, like the goal is always to be staying ready, right?
Yeah.
No matter what promotion or whatever it is, the UFC is 100% where I want to be, and I will be there one day. And but it's to always stay ready. That's my job as a fighter, is to stay ready.
Yeah, and then you got
if I'm not staying ready.
Oh no, go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted you there.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah, if I'm not staying ready, then I'm failing as a fighter, you know?
Yeah.
So that's my job.
Yeah, it's got to be a lifestyle. And I'm sure seeing Gage get the call, right? Like, same thing. He was on Contender Series, didn't work out, gets a fight or two, and then he gets back in. I'm sure seeing that, you're like, okay, well, we really got to make sure
Yeah.
that, like, it's an ideal situation if I do get that call, right?
Yeah, Gage really helped pave the way of like, or not pave the wave, but like show me that there's a route to there, you know.
Yeah.
Gage helped me find some motivation that I will be there, you know.
Yeah.
Gage has been helping me throughout my whole career. Has been around since I first started, you know. So it's great to see my boy climbing up and getting in the UFC where he belongs, you know.
Mhm.
So it's really cool to see stuff like that happen.
Well,
It's definitely an extra motivator for me.
yeah, and I was gonna say too, man. It's I think it also shows like, look, just because you lose on Contender Series or you have a fight that doesn't go your way, you could be back there in a couple fights. People forget Diego Lopez lost on the Contender Series, you know, like,
Oh
and you
yeah,
see where he is now, right?
yeah, look at guys like Brandon Moreno, which I've also
Yeah,
trained with. Like,
yeah,
lost on the Ultimate Fighter, and
yeah.
then got cut from the UFC, and then he got back into the UFC, and look where he is now. That dude is a phenomenal worker. As long as you put in the hard work and you stay ready for these fights, you will get where you want to be in this sport.
Yeah, and I think one more thing, and I think we also talked about this in the last interview, but it's worth mentioning. Like, you don't take easy fights. You know, like, you fight guys. If you look at your resume, who you fought, you know, I know there's a lot of politics on the regional scene, but you do, if you kind of just look at who you fought, you're fighting guys with experience or fighting guys that, you know, again, are gonna help you get to that next level. Like, how important is strength of schedule in your opinion?
Uh, I feel like it's pretty important, right?
Yeah.
Like you kind of need that for your career.
Mhm.
But I just like I said, I've been surrounded by great people, and they help pave the way for me to get where I am now. It's not really just all about me. It's more like my management, my coaches, my friends, my teammates, my peers. Like though all those people have built me to be the fighter that I am today. So
Yeah. I don't know if I asked you this. Who are you with for management?
I'm with Joe Wooster.
Oh, wow. So you're with Iridium then?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I figured as much because I know a lot of you guys are repped out there. I remember Zach. I think technically
Yeah.
Zach still is rep by them. I mean, that's important too, right? Because we talked about the political
Yeah.
side, just having those connections. I know Jason's got to be one of the few managers out there. Like, I know Jason's part of Joe's team, but like, of getting guys in the UFC, like, that's also important too. Because you can fight as best as you can, but there's also that political side where you need that extra help of like maybe
Yeah.
getting an opportunity that you wouldn't be aware of.
Yeah, I'm no good at the politics. I'm good at just swinging these mugs, you know.
Exactly,
So
as you should be, you know. No, but it's
yeah,
true though. You got to kind of focus on what you're good at, double down, and you know, just it's one less stress too, right? Like, it's the same way that,
Mhm.
like, you know, the less stress, the better. You can just focus on the fighting, right? So
Yeah, 100%.
there we go. Well, we're looking forward to it, man. Synergy FC 21 this Saturday, and I'll say it again. You can watch that live on Spectation Sports. Mo, it was great talking to you, man. I'm glad you got an
Yeah.
opponent. If there's anyone you want to thank before we get out of here, any sponsors, any social media you want to mention, I'll give you the last word.
I've shouted out the people that have helped me out a lot. Another shout out would be Jeff Molina. He helped me out a lot throughout this
Nice.
camp. He's been helping me get better with my striking and even better with my grappling. Like that dude's been helping me a lot too. So I want to give him an extra shout out. And check out my Instagram, Muhammad underscore Zwolak. Not hard to find.